a slow start. I was really proud of how our guys kept their energy defensively. We were getting good looks. They just wouldn't go in the rim for us. And maybe it showed some growth from the last game where we struggled early and we kind of gave in. Instead, tonight we struggled early. We kept guarding. Then we finally got it going and got the lead going into halftime. And then knew it was going to be a fight all the way. I have such great respect for Wright State and what Coach Nagy does and how hard their kids play. And so, again, when you respect your opponent that much, you know it's going to be a fight all the way. And I thought our guys fought all the way tonight.
Questions?
You mentioned the slow start to the game. What was, after taking the lead at the first half, what was the message to the guys at halftime?
Well, and really, we kept saying it in every timeout in the first half. We're getting good looks. They're going to go down, so don't lose your energy because all of a sudden we can't make a couple shots. And I think then at halftime we knew, okay, there's some things we can do different offensively, and we did, and we got some good looks, and that really got us the lead, and then we were able to keep the lead.
Coach, you guys had 4 points the first 12 minutes and change, but your defense was outstanding in that period and then throughout the entire game. Talk a little bit about your defense tonight.
Well, I have such great respect for Wright State shooters and how hard they cut and how hard they are to guard that, our guys were locked in and knew we had to be prepared for everything they did, and I thought we were. And, again, sometimes you just got to fight through a slow start, and it was a long week. When you go from playing Thursday, Saturday to adding one more day, and I thought both teams kind of looked like that. Like it had been a while since we'd played, and then we got going and got some tempo going to the game. We need tempo in a game. And early we couldn't get any tempo. Then we got tempo going, and the guys kept staying with it.
For your first 5 on 3-point field goals. How important were getting some shots up and converting from 3 in your comeback?
Well, no question. We finally hit a couple, and even the one Godwin missed right at the end of the half, which if he makes it, we go up, 7 or 9 at halftime. It went in and out. And so, again, shooting is something that you can't worry about. When you've got good shooters, you got to just keep telling them, if we keep moving the ball, we're going to get the right looks. And like Jamie, I thought in the first half he was catching the ball and just trying to get rid of it. And that's why I said to him on the bench, I said, you're going to be open. Just get your feet down and get ready to shoot. And he knocked down 3 big threes for us. And Ferg did a great job. The one time he probably had the shot, he went right back to him. He knocked it down. He hit the one in transition. And so a lot of guys did a lot of different things. And, Marcus and Godwin were kind of the two in the first half, and especially Marcus that got us back to the game being right. And then other guys stepped up in the second half.
Now, Ferg has struggled the last couple of games from 3-point range, but tonight he did it with passing, and he also did it by driving to the basket. How big was that to see out of him, since he's been more of a guy that's been selling more for jump shots this year?
Well, one thing you have to understand about Ferg is he understands the game, and again, he knows what the game was giving him, and tonight it was giving him you're going to have to drive it. They're not going to let you have that 3. And if you go back to the first game, he hit a couple they tried to go under on the screens, and he hit a couple threes. They weren't going under tonight. They were going to make him come off of it. And so he did a great job of adjusting.
It doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but Jordan, 8 points, but he had a lot of floor burn tonight and a lot of effort plays. Talk a little bit about how he's been doing.
Well, the one thing we've got to get out of him is some consistency. And tonight he did a great job. No question. And he was diving for balls, and him and Rob were fighting love in there, and that's a very good player and a big guy. And so, now what we've got to do though is have the consistency of doing that 2 games in a row. I tell the guys, you can't be one-hit wonders. Everybody can be good one night. Can you be good consistently every night? And that's a growth thing for us.
One more for Coach.
You guys have Northern Kentucky on Sunday. It's hard to pinpoint one game as being the most important, but what would a win mean for you guys on Sunday?
Well, I think this it's you're starting the second half, and so again, we know what we didn't do well down there the first time. They're going to come in here a mad team because they got beat tonight, and you're going to face a team that is in a position they are because of they have really good players and they have a great system, and again, another program that we have so much respect for. And so it's on our home court. And somebody asked me about playing on Super Bowl Sunday. I say this, and I say it honestly, if that's your excuse not to come, then you're not a fan anyways. If a Super Bowl is more important to you than UIC and UIC basketball, and you can catch the second half. I watched it on the bus last year. We're in the prime. We've got only 4 more home games, and we're going to need our people to come, and because it's going to be a high level game in here on Sunday.